Assalamu alaikum. Hello everybody, may Allah bless everybody watching this video. I just wanted to share a thought, something I think about quite a bit is just how blessed you are if you are a Muslim, I mean, me personally, I think back to how I was, before Islam, and I was a scumbag. I was in the dumps, I was in the trenches, so to speak, spiritually. I was committing major sins on a daily basis, but Alhamdulillah, I was blessed with Islam, and wasn't a quick journey, but Alhamdulillah, we're still on the journey. But my life has changed tremendously, and I just think back all the time, like, why me? It's such a blessing, I couldn't think of, honestly, it brings me to tears sometimes. I can't think of a better blessing than being given the religion of our Creator. Alhamdulillah. So if you are a Muslim and you're going through, whatever, we're all going through hard stuff, in this dunya, it can be stressful. I always think back and just think Allah has bestowed one of the best favors possible upon you. So, subhanallah, that should grant you a bit of ease, knowing that you can trust in Allah because He's granted you so much favor. You could be like so many other people, that are wandering this world, lost, blind, deaf, dumb, blind, and you're not. So Alhamdulillah, be grateful with that, have trust in Allah, especially too, if you're born into a Muslim family, wallahi, you've been given the best gift ever. I could not think of a better gift. You and your family get a shot to be in Jannah together. MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah, may Allah grant us all Jannah. I used to be massively into conspiracy theories, and one of the biggest conspiracy theories going is how Islam is being portrayed in the Western world and the Western media. Now, I used to be so into conspiracy theories, things like how our water, our food, and even our medicine are all poisoned. And I realized that there's a lot of lies being told, and also that you can't just blindly follow truth. And that mindset started to open my eyes, and I started to look at things with an open mind and also an open heart. And then I came across Islam, and to be honest, at first I thought it was, terrorism, I thought it was extremism, I thought it was oppression, but of course it was all lies, and it was all part of the programming. And if the media is portraying something one way, most of the time it's usually a different story, And I didn't let all that stop me though. I looked into it with an open mind, an open heart, no bias, no agenda, just seeking the truth. And what I found, Alhamdulillah, was the truth, the purest way of living. The answers to, I looked into these conspiracy theories and I found a lot of truth, but it left me searching for more. And Islam completed all that truth. Everything I was looking for was in Islam, Alhamdulillah. So if you're a person out there that is questioning your purpose, questioning this world, questioning the system, don't ignore Islam. Just because it's being portrayed one way, usually that means there's actually a whole lot of truth in it. So my challenge is to you, if you are someone that is looking for truth, looking for purpose, don't be scared to open up a Quran. My challenge to you is to open up a Quran and read a couple pages. No bias, no agenda, open mind, open heart. And I promise you, wallahi, you will find some truth in there. You want to know what changed my life? It was discipline. Not only in my training, but in my deen. Before I started taking Islam seriously, I was chasing freedom, but in all the wrong places. Partying, distractions, no structure, and I thought that was freedom. But then I realized something. The more I gave into my desires, the more lost I felt. Spiritually, mentally, physically. It was only when I started praying consistently, eating clean, training hard, that I finally felt free. Why? Because freedom, true freedom, comes from submission. And submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not your ego, not society, not your desires or your nafs. Discipline that Islam teaches, it actually spills into every area of your life. It spills into your food, your sleep, your purpose, as well as your fitness. It's all connected. Now I feel healthier than ever. I feel more at peace and I feel very focused. Alhamdulillah. So my advice to everybody, especially if you're not Muslim, don't sleep on Islam and don't sleep on yourself. A few years ago, I had money coming in, I was in shape, I looked like I was winning to everybody, but deep down inside, I felt empty, I felt lost. I was chasing success and everything this world tells you success is, you know, money, status, aesthetics, validation. You know, I'd go out, I'd go to the gym, I'd eat clean, but when I come home at night and lay by myself, I felt lost, and all of that felt really empty, and it gave me no purpose, you know, there's no substance to any of that. When I found Islam, not just believing in Allah, but submitting to Allah, it gave me structure to my day, it gave me purpose to this pain in life, and it gave me clarity to my mind. You know, my fasts became self-control, my prayers became my anchor, my discipline in the gym started to match my discipline in my deen, and that's when I started to feel whole. You know, not perfect, but aligned. Alhamdulillah. You know, a lot of us, we train our bodies, but we neglect our souls, and we wonder why we feel lost, and we wonder why we stray off a good path. You know, the answers to this world and this life and contentment aren't in more hustle. It's not more money that's going to give you any more contentment, any more purpose. It's actually in submission to Allah. So I just want to say Alhamdulillah for Islam. What I wanted to talk about is just the importance of not delaying your prayers. Now, plenty of times I've delayed my prayers, even missed my prayers, I can regrettably say, and 100% of the time I regretted it. It was never a good decision. Whatever I put my prayer off or delayed it for was never more important than praying, and it never made me feel any good, you know what I mean? Like, I always thought, damn, I should have prayed and I didn't, and now I've got to make it up, or I even missed it at times, you know, astaghfirullah. Whereas every time I've prayed, alhamdulillah, I've never regretted it. No matter what I put off, no matter what I delayed to get that prayer done, and it was never a bad decision. Not once in my lifetime have I ever thought, oh, I shouldn't have prayed, I was going to miss something, I missed something. I was like, that was the right, 1,000,000% of the time I thought that was the right decision to make. So I don't know whoever needs to hear this today, but if you're thinking about delaying a prayer or putting a prayer off, I promise you, the reward you get from doing that prayer, you will never regret it. 100%. Alhamdulillah. Allahu Akbar.